Welcome, this is Janet with Gracious Gifts Tarot, and I'm here with the collective tarot reading for the week of August 23rd through the 29th. And we're going to do our normal tarot spread. We'll do the expansion with a different deck, and then we'll wrap it up with an oracle card. So just thank you for being here, everybody. I really appreciate your support. Today's deck is the Seers Tarot. All right, I've already shuffled and cut, and we'll just go ahead and do one more cut and lay our cards out. All right, let's take a look at Sunday and Monday and see what's going on for the beginning of this week. And we have the Five of Cups. All right, a bit of a reoccurring theme in the last, I would say, 4 weeks of moving forward. And the Five of Cups is that we are letting go of 3 of the cups, but 2 of the cups are ahead of us and still upright. In the traditional card, the 3 cups are spilled, indicating there is something to be grieved. There is something that is regretted and being left behind. So it's a process that we're working our way through. And I love that she is just sort of tipping the bowl into this well of energy and maybe just, letting go of that energy and getting ready to move on. And there's usually in the traditional card, the figure's kind of bent over and wearing a dark robe, but there's a town over in the distance and a bridge to be crossed. So I think that's depicted lovely here with her. To me, it almost feels like she's sitting on a beach and the ocean is behind her and she's ready to move forward. And look at the Ace of Cups in her hand with all of that beautiful energy. So she's not going to pour out that cup. She's going to carry that energy forward and look to a bright new day. Let's see what else is going on here. And that's interesting because, here in this, there's 4 cups that are being spilled and 1 cup left, which to me really does evoke that Ace of Cups feeling. So all the opportunity, new relationships, new love, love of ourselves at a deeper level is really what's coming through for me with this card at the beginning of the week. So take the time on Sunday and Monday to really reflect on what this resonates with you. What have you been kind of holding on to that really you're being given permission, almost in a ceremonial way, if that resonates with you, find some way to symbolically let go of those things that we still are carrying, that hurt in our heart, that grief in our heart. It will always be there, but it's time to heal it. It's time to acknowledge it for what it is, and then pick up that golden bowl full of beautiful cup energy and move forward. All right, that's Sunday and Monday. Now we're going to take a look at Tuesday and Wednesday. See where we're going with this theme. The 6 of Cups. Okay, this is really forward momentum and still a reflection place. And I love how this depicts the young boy maturation and aging and the puppy right along with him. And it's also about some balance. We have nostalgia about our youth and all of our fun stories that we tell about. We walked to school uphill both ways in the snow. But it's just about that reminiscing and appreciating our past for what it is and who it made us today. But I'm also getting that feeling that this work really will segue into feeling better about things as you mature into them. But we have to really diagnose maybe and let go of some of that grief. I don't know why that word keeps coming up, but we can grieve our past and we can accept the hurts, but we can also look at the positives, and hopefully there's more positives than negatives. But I love that this 6 of Cups is coming along, and the whole mood of the card is just brighter and sunnier and happier than the 5 of Cups. And of course, 5, 6, we're progressing. So let's go ahead and take a look now at where we're going to be on Thursday and Friday. And this is inner work. I'm not seeing, I said moving on, but there's work to be done before we're quite ready to do that emotionally. Oh, wow, the Hierophant. He's come up a couple times in different ways, and I just love the Hierophant. This is the teacher. And traditionally, it is so much, to my mind, about structure. So it's that social mores. It's that those standards that we're taught as we're growing up. And boy, I'm going to tie this back to the Six of Cups, because I really think that weighing what we want to carry forward and then letting go of what is holding us back is going to lead to this joyous enlightenment. And this Hierophant in this deck is open to all kinds of spiritual growth, not set within a structure that might not fit us anymore. You know, we get to make our own framework as we mature, and we get to decide what blocks and pieces work for us and not for anybody else. Your journey, your spiritual journey, your enlightenment is unique to you, and it looks different for each one of us. So don't put ourselves in a box. You know, it's time to knock those walls down and ascend to what spiritually speaks to you, and be your own beautiful, joyous self. And, you know, this figure couldn't be any further away from the Pope figure in the Hierophant in the traditional tarot, you know, which is just, to me, very unapproachable, kind of cold. Yes, a very wise teacher, but boy, you wouldn't sit down and have a cup of tea with him. But boy, this guy would embrace you with all he has, with laughter and joy, and accept you who you are right now, and support you in that growth. So wow, this is a journey this week, isn't it? And it's internal, and it's leading us forward to some beautiful things. So let's see what we have for the weekend. Oh wow, this Judgment has come up before for us too. I think in the deck that I'm going to use to expand. So let your soul be free. The angel Gabriel is calling the dead to rise in their naked purity, their renewed life in the traditional tarot. And it's a call to action, and it's a call to being so true to yourself. But look at how this is depicted in the Light Seers deck. Her spirit is literally leaping free and ascending. And she's joyously and rapturously, and I kind of going to go back to the facial expression on the Hierophant, is that this is done out of pure love, pure joy, and just that spiritual awakening that we're being called to. So the end of the week is really powerful in kind of wrapping around the emotions that we're feeling with letting go, moving forward, taking advantage of the opportunity of this Ace of Cups, which, like I said, there aren't two cups here. She is literally spilling out the four and moving forward with her choice, the golden opportunity of the Ace of Cups. And then again, reflecting on our past, knowing that we're getting there maturationally. You know, we're going through the steps of growing up. The pilgrim is moving forward. Enlightenment, spiritual enlightenment, however that fits you, and you go there, baby. And then again, just this spiritual awakening that I think Judgment is really leading us to. So pay attention to major arcana. Like I say, the minor arcana are our day-to-day, how we function and how we're thinking. Major arcana are to me the next steps. They're laying out where we're going next, and we need to pay attention to them. All right, I am going to expand this week